Welcome back to Unfiltered Makeup, where I don't like to pay for shipping, so I order too much product in order to get free shipping. This is also known as I ordered every palette off the Cosmic Brushes website, so you don't have to. Now, full disclosure, they were sold out of the Nudetrals palette, so I could not pick that one up. There's also a smaller Gothic palette. I did not pick that one up. It's just a couple pans smaller, but I still didn't pick that one up. And there's also a brand new Lovers palette, but I placed this order before I even knew that was releasing, so I don't have those to show you, but I do have this giant box to show you. And I also picked up the 'Tis the Season kit, so it has some blush and some lipstick. And I also picked up the Sinister mystery box, so I'm not even 100% sure what's in there. Though I have seen videos of the palette, so I know what I'm getting into with that. So not only do I make YouTube videos, but I consume them extensively, especially beauty, but lots of other types as well. And this year I got very into the palette ranking videos, and of the creators that I watched and some that I regularly watch, Cosmic Beauty kept coming up in the top of all of their rankings. So I have never tried anything from this brand. This is my first experience, but I'm super excited to get my hands on them. These palettes are actually quite affordable, but it is a UK-based brand, so being here in the US, the shipping can be pricey unless you just order everything, in which case you get free shipping. There's my beauty hack for you. Buy a lot. Give them away as gifts, or keep them for yourself. Also, I know I've already said Cosmic Beauty and Cosmic Brushes interchangeably. I think that they are Cosmic Brushes changing to Cosmic Beauty because they started off as a brush company. However, this still says Cosmic Brushes on my packaging. I think the website is Cosmic Brushes. I don't know. I'm calling them Cosmic Brushes. I've heard it both ways. Cosmic Brushes is what's on the packaging. That is what I'm going with. Anyway, let's dive into my giant box. Stay tuned for more. Oh no! I hope they're packaged well because I just dropped them. They seem to be packaged nicely. They all come in their own individual. They were bubble wrapped, but then they all come in their own individual bubble wrap sleeve. I will find good uses for those. Don't worry, they'll get reused. They come in with this cardboard sleeve, which does have all of the shades listed on the back and the ingredients, of course. They're, of course, cruelty-free and vegan. Here's what this first palette looks like. This is the Winter Wonderland palette. Oh, look how stunning these are. So it was too hard to decide which palettes I wanted, so I just, like I said, picked them. Picked them all up. But this is a beautiful palette. We've got beautiful blues, beautiful purples. I love purple. I love blue. We've got some nice greens. We've got a nice mix of mattes and shimmers. I know these palettes are, if you watch beauty content, these palettes are probably nothing new to you because they've all been out for a while. But I also decided, I was looking back at the content that I filmed so far since I've been doing YouTube videos, and I haven't really been doing very many colorful eyeshadow looks. I've been doing really muted, neutral eye looks, and a lot of that is because I know that's kind of what's popular now, like clean girl aesthetic, no makeup, minimal makeup sort of thing, and eyeshadow has kind of been out according to people. But I am done listening to what other people say, and I'm going back to 2016 when we were all about the eyeshadow and all about the color. So 2025 is going to be my year of colored eyeshadow, and so now I have any color that I could want. So the next palette I have is the Undergrowth palette, and I do think this one is a bit a newer one. I did a video that I will link where I swatched all of the green eyeshadows that I own, which actually wasn't that many green eyeshadows. So I'm super excited to have a green palette because green is I always love green. It's beautiful. Also can be neutral color. And you've got browns and oranges that all work together. So I just love a good green shadow. I think it works well for my skin tone. This is a nice warm palette, and it's got these beautiful golds in there. Again, a nice mix of mattes and shimmer shades. I noticed, I was curious if the names were on the palettes because they are on the sleeves, but it does look like all of the colors have their names on the palette as well. So that makes it easy. You can just take the sleeves off and recycle them if you don't want. Another reason I went ahead and just ordered all these palettes is because I actually really like how compact these palettes are for as much product as you get in them, for how many pans you get in them. They're just a really nice compact size, and so even with a whole bunch of them stacked up, they don't take up that much space, and they're all the same size. I love fun and fun packaging that changes with all the different themes and things like that, but there's also really something to be said for the same size packaging and the ability to store them, because when it's easy to store, they fit in places, they fit together, they're easy to pack. So I do appreciate other brands that do, you know, fun, funky packaging like Glamlight. I love their formulas and I love their packaging that they do, but sometimes it's hard to store all of those palettes because they don't quite fit. So something I do appreciate about Cosmic Brushes is that these palettes are all the same size, very consistent. The next one is the Serenity palette, and this one is I love this color story on the front. It's very soothing to my soul. It's kind of like an aura, but it's also kind of like a mermaid, and it's just serenity, peaceful. So this is another beautiful palette with lots of different colors to choose from. This one, if I was just picking one or two palettes, this probably wouldn't be my first choice palette, but I also don't have a lot of these colors, and I don't think that the camera is even picking up it doesn't quite do justice to some of these brighter neon colors. These are colors that, yes, I don't typically wear, but I also don't have in my collection, so it's always nice to, when I'm buying palettes, that I'm not buying duplicate colors. So I'm very excited to try this palette and try out the different tones and see how they work. This one seems to be a little bit more of a matte heavy palette, but that's totally fine. As I said in a previous video, I'm always picking up shimmers because that's what I'm most drawn to and wish I had more mattes. So it's always nice to have some. I've heard great things about both the quality of the shimmers and the mattes of these palettes, so it will be fun to try them out. This Nudetrals, I was super excited about this Nudetrals because this is something that I would definitely pick up. That is not necessarily the most colorful of palettes, but it's got some. I dropped it. Hold your breath. Oh no. Okay, it's okay. Oh, they're okay. We've got some greens, we've got some red, but they're more berry reds, and then browns and purples. So I know there's some overlap in the colors, in at least the stories of the colors. There's a lot of purples, and there's a lot of greens, and there's a lot of browns. But they're all a bit different shades. We'll compare another time, but I just love this so much because I feel like you could still definitely get your fall palettes and maybe even some spring over here too. So you can like do different holidays, but it doesn't read completely 100% like Christmas or anything like that. So I mean, you could even do like Valentine's looks. You get, you know, St. Patrick's Day. It's just tis the season for whichever season you're doing. Okay, also in this bag we've got a couple blushes. So these are their cream blushes, in the shade Mary and Nutmeg. And I, as someone with dry skin, have always loved cream blushes. I also think they're great for layering and longevity. So do the cream first and then powder on top. So this is the Nutmeg shade. And I like the packaging it looks very, very nice, very high-end looking. I will say to the feel it's kind of cheesy, definitely plasticky feeling, but looks more luxurious than it is. It's not very weighty, but it's still pretty and I like it. I mean, I wasn't expecting more by any means. It looks more expensive than it feels, if I'm being completely honest. This is a cover that I can't get off when I don't want to break it, but this is the beautiful Nutmeg shade, really pretty dark color. They call this Blush Butter. This is the Mary shade. Again, it has packaging. This one's a little bit lighter, brighter, and I like this shade. I think they're both beautiful, but I think this shade is a bit more wearable for me. Will be interesting to see upon application how pigmented it is. Okay, so I noticed this says Cosmic Beauty on the blushes, and it says Cosmic Beauty on the lipsticks as well. So I think they're rebranding to Cosmic Beauty, but you know, some of the other stuff still say brushes. And of course, the logo doesn't have to change because the letters are the same. But this is the Cosmic Beauty lipstick. Oh, I ripped the packaging. That's too bad. In the shade Ginger Snap. Now this tube, it's still that plasticky feeling with the more like expensive looking packaging, but this one is much weightier. So actually this one, it still doesn't feel like the most expensive packaging, but this one feels a bit more substantial than the blush does. So here is that shade Ginger Snap. And the sun decided to come out right now. So there is this shade Ginger Snap. It looks like a beautiful nude color. I'm excited to play with that. And then the last and final Velvet Matte lipstick is in Santa Baby. And I believe this is a red shade, which I just did a video on my favorite red lipsticks. So we'll see if this one would have made the cut eventually when we test it out, but I will link that. So go ahead and check out that if you're looking for my favorite red lipsticks. So here is Santa Baby. Oh, okay. I thought it was like red. It does not look, it's red, but it's definitely like muted, maybe a little bit of orange. Maybe it will read more red. Let's just swatch it. Oh, it's pretty red. It looks really muted and almost have like, it has like an orange undertone to it. But when I swatched it, it swatches pretty red. Ooh, it smells good to me. I like the smell of this. It reminds me of the Merit lipstick that I really like. This is like definitely a Velvet Matte formula. It's close to, now I'm in the sunlight. It is close to kind of the color of the bag too. It's not as like true red, bright red as I would have guessed. It's a little bit more of like a brick red for like what I would choose for Santa Baby, just if I was picking it, but no one asked me. So I do actually think that's a really pretty red, and sometimes that little bit deeper color is actually even easier to wear. So that, I'm excited to try that too. I was a little surprised it wasn't brighter. That's all. I do think there's a bit like more orange and kind of that nutmeg color undertone. Last but not least, we have the mystery box. So here is the mystery box from Cosmic Beauty. Spoiler alert, if you have one and you haven't opened it yet, click away. Let's see what we have inside. Okay, so here is what it looks like upon opening the box. Okay, so we've got the palette in the center. We've got 3 blushes and 3 lipsticks. So here is what the Sinister palette looks like. And this is what it looks like here. So definitely we still got some more purples, but this one's definitely much more cool toned. We've got some true reds, we've got some more pinks in here, lots of silvers. So it's a bit more of a cool tone palette. So it's nice for a little bit of something different. And also then there's this ghost shade, which is like a clear gloss if you haven't seen this palette already. So this is fun as it's a bit different from some of the other ones. So for the blushes, we've got, this is packed very nicely, but they're hard to get out. But I like this. Keeps them nice and tight when you're shipping them. So this one is in the shade Got Chills. This is that cream blush. Ooh, I love this pink. It's a nice cool tone pink blush. I'm super excited to try that one out. I'm curious of how pigmented they are. That's a great color. That was not what I was expecting. We also have the shade Dazed. Oh, I like this one a lot. This is a little bit more of like a mauve pink color, a little bit darker. I like this a lot. This packaging is the same as the other blushes. These are just silver versus that gold color. Kind of reminds me of like Makeup Revolution equivalent packaging. And this last one is in Heroin. The heroin, not like the drug. Oh boy. Okay, well, this is a fun purple blush. I don't know if I will be wearing this. I'm gonna put this one back in the box. I might save this one for someone else. One of the things I don't tend to do is order mystery boxes too much, because I don't like to order items that I know I might not use, or that I don't like to order items unless I know I want them. So that is a good reminder of why I don't order mystery boxes, but I'm not upset about it. And I don't know that I'll put it to use, but I bet I can find someone who will. Then now we have the Cosmic Beauty lipstick in the shade Salem. So we've got 3 lipsticks in here. I can't open this cardboard packaging without ripping it. I wonder if that's on purpose, so they know you don't tamper with it. Okay, this is the shade Salem. This is a beautiful kind of darker brown, like an acorn color. Looks really beautiful. Then we have the shade Nancy. And again, I ripped it. It's like a deep, dark brown shade. That's beautiful. I could see wearing that for fall. Even though it's really dark, every once in a while, I do go for kind of a dramatic lip. So we'll see if I use that shade, but I like it. This last one is Clarice. Okay, I am back. My memory card was full, so I think I didn't get to show you the very last lipstick, which is the shade Clarice. And I was so excited because I finally opened it without ripping it, and now that I'm re-showing it to you, I ripped the cardboard packaging, but that's okay. This is a very light nude shade, but it is beautiful, and I think it will work very well on the center of the lips on top of other lipsticks to be kind of like a highlighting shade. To when I have a darker lip, I can use it to brighten up the middle of the lip. Also, you could pair it with a deep liner. So all of these are fun shades to use. The purple blush is exciting. It'll be different. I don't think it's like a color changing blush or anything, right? It's just purple. Yeah, I think it's just a purple blush. Anyway, that is it for my huge Cosmic Brushes Cosmic Beauty haul. I'm very excited to get to try out some of these palettes, try out some fun new colors, start doing some more colorful looks. I do want to know which palette you want to see me use first. So put down in the comments below what palette you would like to see, and I will potentially use that to help me determine what to film next. If you have tried any of these palettes, if you've tried Cosmic Brushes, Cosmic Beauty, let me know what your thoughts are as well in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more cruelty-free and vegan beauty content like this. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. I love making videos like these, and I love all things makeup and talking about makeup, so I am so grateful to have this outlet and have this opportunity, and your support means so much to me. So thank you again, and I will see you all very soon in another video, but until then, take care of yourself.